Hello beautiful souls, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day or night whenever you are watching this. As you can see, today's reading is slightly different. We have these beautiful crystal bracelets that have been kindly provided to us by our sponsor, Otter Spirit. Otter Spirit is a gemstone jewelry company based in Monterey Bay, California, and I absolutely love their mission. Their mission is to help protect otters, wild sea otters, and they donate $1 from each bracelet sale to these conservation efforts. And on top of that, their bracelets, the crystals that they use in each one of their bracelets are really high quality and high grade. And if you go on their website, which there will be a link in my description box if you want to check that out, along with a code if you wanted a discount. But if you go to their website, you'll even be able to see where they are sourcing these crystals from, which I feel like is really important, because oftentimes when you go to look for crystals or shop for crystals, especially online, it's kind of hard to see where they're being sourced from. So the fact that they're transparent on that is really important to me and huge, I feel like. And on their website, you can also choose your crystal jewelry based on intention, zodiac, chakras, or the gemstones themselves. They have a huge collection to choose from. Personally, I like to first set an intention and then look at my birth chart to see what in my birth chart aligns with that intention, and then I will look from there. But I also can just choose intuitively. Like if something really calls to me, I'll just get it, because I know my intuition is telling me there's something there for me. And so now let's get into your piles. So for today's reading, we're going to be looking at your next glow up. And to do this reading, we have these 4 piles. For pile 1, we have this beautiful sunstone bracelet. For pile 2, we have this rhodonite bracelet. For pile 3, we have this howlite bracelet. And for pile 4, we have this rose quartz bracelet. Pick whichever pile number and or bracelet is calling you most, and that is going to be your reading. You might even be drawn to multiple piles, and that is totally okay, because your glow up can be a combination of multiple different things. So pick whichever ones are calling you most. Timestamps will be listed down below, along with the decks that I use. That's always listed in the description box. And again, thank you Otter Spirit for sponsoring today's video. If you want to check out their website and use my coupon codes to get a discount, you can see all of that information in the description box. Now let's get into your readings. Hello pile 1, how are you doing? You've chosen this beautiful sunstone, and personally this is my favorite. Like literally look at it. It is so beautiful. But shh, don't tell the other piles. So if you wanted to check out Otter Spirit, their website, I have my referral link that you can use, as well as discount codes that you can use. Let's see your card. And I love that they have these cards, because I like the affirmations on them. When I get crystal bracelets or crystal jewelry of any kind, I kind of use it like a mara or like a prayer bead, and I'll go through each stone and say my affirmation. So I feel like I'm infusing it with the affirmations and intentions that I have. So for you, we have, I take actions every day to achieve my dreams. We then have the intention of confidence, the zodiac signs of Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, and Gemini, and the chakras, the sacral and solar plexus chakras. So these zodiac signs could be your sun, moon, or rising, or for some of you, because this is specifically the sunstone, this could be your 10th house. Like you may have your 10th house in one of these 4 zodiac signs, or another significant astrological placement there. That could be extra confirmation for you, and that doesn't have to be the case. Like you don't have to have that. It's just if you are looking for extra confirmation. Also, the number 18 is on here, so that could be significant. Maybe some of you are seeing the number 18 a lot, or you might notice the number 18 a lot as you're going through this next glow up. And because you've chosen the sunstone, I was getting a few things intuitively that this glow up could most likely involve some level of like confidence boost, motivation, like feeling energized, and feeling seen. For some of you, you could start to notice that you're being valued and appreciated or even recognized more. Like, for example, if you have in your job like a specific skill set, or you have creative endeavors, you might notice that you're being recognized more. You might be recognized for your skills more. Even in your family, you might notice that like your efforts are being recognized more. So as you go through this glow up, you will likely notice that your efforts, your skills, even just you, are being more recognized, more seen and valued and appreciated. So now let's get into your cards. We also have these cards. We have the beaver here, and then let's get your other cards. We have inspiration, which is so fitting because literally the sunstone is inspiration. It's inspiring. Wearing it is supposed to inspire you. It's supposed to boost your confidence. We then have opportunity and Libra, I balance. I'm just going to pull your tarot cards as well. So Spirit, can we get some more information on pile one's next glow up? Four of Pentacles. Can we get more information on pile one's next glow up? Wow, lots of 4 energy. Oh my God. I'm just noticing something right now. This is wild. We have 19 here, and we also have 19 here. And 19 is the sun card in tarot. Holy crap. I would, if you can look at your birth chart, I would look to see where your sun is located, because that, wow, I forgot I was supposed to look at these. But anyways, that area in your birth chart is going to be really really highlighted during this time. So if you can take a look at that, I think that's going to bring you a lot of insight into this next glow up. Before I finished pulling the rest of your cards, I actually was supposed to start off by taking your astro dice and seeing what house or what houses and areas of your life are going to be glowing up or are going to be impacted by this glow up. So Spirit, for pile one, what house and what areas of their life will be impacted by this glow up? We have the 2nd house here, the 7th house, and the 12th house. Do it like that. So the 2nd house deals with our material world, our finances, but also the things that we value, the value we place on certain things in our life, and like our value system. So because of that, I feel like this next glow up is going to be impacting your finances and your material world. I feel like you might notice that you have more money to spend, or that you're able to save more. Because we have this 4 of Pentacles, it's giving me the feeling that you might be noticing that you have more time to spend on the things that are important to you. So you'll have more time to invest into the areas of your life that you find to be more important, that maybe you haven't been able to dedicate a whole lot of time to. And because the 7th house deals with partnerships, marriage, unions, things like that, this could be speaking about a marriage if you are married, or a union that you're in. This could be a partnership of any sort, really, like a business partnership, a romantic partnership, even a friendship of some sort that's like really significant. That relationship could also be improving, or this glow up could be impacting that relationship or that house. So if some of you have been seeking partnership, then this glow up can be impacting that house. This glow up can be attracting in the partner that you're looking for. And maybe now you have the time to invest in this partnership, or now you have the time to invest in a relationship. And then we have the 12th house here, which the 12th house usually deals with our subconscious mind, the more hidden things and our spirituality. So I feel like this glow up is also impacting your thoughts, your beliefs, your deep rooted belief system, and those are changing to be more in alignment with your current desires and your current trajectory, or the area that you want to take yourself in, or the direction that you want to move your life in. I feel like your subconscious patterning is starting to change through this next glow up. And just for zodiac signs, the second house usually deals with Taurus, the seventh house usually deals with Libra, which is interesting because you literally have the Libra card here, and the 12th house usually deals with Pisces, so those could also be significant. Also, July 12th, July 2nd, or February 2nd, February 12th, even December 7th, December 2nd, those could be important dates for some of you. And again, we keep seeing 19, so 19 could also be important. There's a lot of synchronicities in your pile, and I wonder if before this next glow up, you're going to start to see a whole lot of synchronicities, and maybe that's your sign that this glow up, is happening. So Spirit, can you give us any, thank you. Is there any more information on this glow up? Thank you. We also have the World at the bottom. I won't show it because it's nude. But I guess I could do this. And the Wheel of Fortune underneath that, wow. So this glow up is going to be rather big, I think. I think it's going to impact quite a few areas of your life. And these houses are like important houses. I mean, I guess you could say every house in the birth chart is important, but these specifically have a huge impact on our day-to-day lives, right? Like our subconscious beliefs drives our actions, our partnerships and stuff. Not all people, but a lot of people enjoy being in partnerships, or enjoy having partnerships, whether that's friendships or romantic relationships or business partnerships. And then the second house literally deals with our material world, our finances, and our value system. And all of those things are things that impact our day-to-day life. So I feel like this glow up is going to be something that's impacting you on a big level, but through the day-to-day. The small changes are having big impact. That's the right way to put it. So for some of you, there's this interesting thing with the color yellow that's happening here. Like if you look at this beaver card, the yellow is behind these trees, and then on the Four of Pentacles, the yellow is in the pentacles, but it's like subdued, it's being contained. And then we move through your spread, and then you have the Strength and the Page of Pentacles, and the entire background is yellow. So for some of you, you may have been containing an idea, or containing a vision, or maybe your life has felt a little bit contained, like you have these aspirations and stuff, but you don't fully feel like you can put time or effort, or dedicate yourself to them. Like it feels like you're sleeping on something. There's this feeling of being confined or contained, or sleeping on an idea. And this next glow up is either you releasing that idea or that project or that thing that you have been sleeping on, and finally putting it out into the world and letting it be seen, letting it be known. Or this is your life no longer feeling so contained and isolated, and you finally feeling like you're going out into the world, you're being seen. Like we said, the first message that was coming through with just your sunstone was like being seen, being recognized, being valued and heard. I do feel like for many of you, there's this feeling of something being contained, and this glow up is breaking that barrier, is no longer allowing for that containment. This next glow up is you feeling so inspired in your life, you taking action from a place of being inspired. And through this inspiration and taking action from this place of being inspired, you're working steadily. Like there's like a steady sense of building happening here. And I also feel like you're coming out with this Four of Swords being reversed. You're coming out of any period of feeling stuck or like isolated or like frozen in time. I'm hearing like you're coming out of that. This next glow up, you're gonna feel so revitalized, so refreshed. Like this is literally sun energy all over your reading, with the strength card here being connected to Leo and Leo being connected to the sun. You literally have the sunstone and then the number 19 coming out twice and all this yellow happening here. I feel like you're coming out of this space of like the gray area, you know, or I don't mean, maybe that's not the right way to say it, but like you're coming out of this grayness, this dullness, and this next glow up is things becoming brighter, things illuminating, you having the inspiration to take action on the ideas that come to you, you having the energy to take action on those ideas, you having the inspiration to feel motivated to continue moving forward on your plans and continue building on the life that you want to create for yourself. There also does seem to be a significant partnership that's coming into your life that will help to inspire you even further. And I feel like for those of you who resonated with that message of containing something or something feeling contained, or even like in general, this could apply to all of you of like feeling frozen in time, like I was saying. This significant partnership is coming in to help unfreeze you in a way. It's like coming in to shake things up a little bit to get you moving again. And there's a lot of movement happening here. After a period of time of feeling like there really wasn't a whole lot of movement, like you kind of had to stay put. There's this feeling of I have to stay put. But now with this next glow up, that's reversing, that's changing. There's no more of this feeling of I have to stay put or I have to be contained or frozen in time. There's this like outburst of energy. There's this vitality and this refreshing, like a refreshment happening. And we do have this card of opportunity here. So clearly there's a significant opportunity, a significant partnership. This could be a business partnership. This could be a relationship. Take whatever applies to your situation. But either way, it doesn't really matter what type of partnership it is, because that partnership is opening up new doors for you. It's opening up, I think it's really helping you to open up your energy more than anything else. Like up until this point, it seems like you've been containing your energy, or that like situations around you have maybe forced you to contain your energy. But now through this partnership, there's movement happening and your energy is coming forth. It's like it's no longer being contained in that way, and so your energy is bursting forth is what I'm hearing. But this opportunity is really going to allow for you to step out, and maybe that's where this recognition is coming in. Like maybe part of it is that you've been containing yourself out of fear of being seen. And if that's the case, then this opportunity, this partnership is going to show you that it's safe for you to be seen, and it's safe for you to step out. It's safe for you to expand. And through that, it's like a slow buildup, but I feel like that slow buildup has a lot of momentum behind it. But through that, you're really going to start to put yourself out there more and more, and take ownership of your work, take credit for your work, and people are going to start to appreciate and recognize you, your efforts, and your abilities, your creative work, your work in a job, the ideas that you bring to the table, and just your presence is going to be so much more recognized and felt through this next glow up. And because the sun is such a magnificent source of light and energy and vitality, I feel like this next glow up for you is going to be exactly that. Like you're going to feel vitalized or revitalized. And you may notice that you are radiating so brightly that people are seeking your warmth or seeking your presence, because it's like a light in dark times, or it's a light in shadowy places, or like even like moth to a light. That's what I'm hearing. It's like your light is becoming so magnetic that people can't help but be in your presence. This next glow up is you standing firm in your values and developing a strong backbone through the courage of your small actions, through the courage that you've developed through the small things that you've been working on. So never discount, also I'm hearing like never discount the small things, the small actions, because or the small wins, because those things are truly what help to lead to the bigger wins later on. Like this Page of Pentacles too. It's like in this moment, yeah, maybe the Page of Pentacles isn't the King of Pentacles, but through the small consistent actions that he takes, he will eventually get there. And I feel like this next glow up is you also prioritizing the small actions and the little things and realizing how big of an impact they have over time. It's like the small actions that you've been taking, the small things that you have been doing that have been helping you to build up your foundation are going to be the very thing that's helping you to support the big things that are coming into your life. Because there was this feeling of like big energy, you know, like I said, we saw the World card, and then underneath that there's the Wheel of Fortune, and you also have this Strength card here. So it's like there is a level of big energy coming in, big opportunities coming in. And this glow up is helping you to hold space for that and support those big things through the small consistent actions that you've been taking, through the small opportunities to build and develop and strengthen your foundation that you've been doing, or that you will be doing as a result of this glow up. And the last thing that I'm getting is that through the support of this significant partnership, I feel like it's going to help build momentum in an area of your life that has been feeling stuck, no matter how much effort you've been putting towards it. So like something that's coming through, the example that was coming through to me is like if you've been trying to, let's say, get a specific career, and maybe you've been in school for that multiple times, but it's not that you don't enjoy where you're at, you're just trying to advance from that area, but again, there has been this feeling of stuck, like every time I try to do it, it doesn't really work out. I'm still feeling stuck in the same position. Like I don't see the movement that I'd like, or I'm not getting to that area that I like. Well, this partnership that's coming in, I feel like is helping you to build, like it's helping to create that momentum, or that movement. I was going to say movement, and then I was going to say momentum, and it turned it into momentum. But yeah, I feel like this significant partnership is going to then help to bring that momentum in your life. It's going to help create that momentum so you're no longer feeling stuck. I hope that's making sense. But yeah, overall, pile 1, what I'm really seeing here is that this next glow up, it has a lot to do with feeling inspired, having movement and momentum in your life, expanding out of your limitation or any feeling of stuck or frozenness that you may have been experiencing, being recognized and seen and valued and appreciated for your work or for your contributions, and having forward movement. Like there's a lot of movement energy happening here, and even if it's slow and steady movement, it's movement regardless. It's slow and steady movement with a consistent energy behind it, a consistent force of energy behind it. So even if it's not like a flash of energy and you just see this huge jump, there's this feeling of like consistently being pushed forward. And just this beautiful sun radiant energy coming through in your pile. Pile 1, this is where I'm going to leave your reading. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading for you, and thank you so much for being here. If you like this reading, then like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to check out Otter Spirit, the link is going to be in the description box. I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I'll catch you in another video or reading. Bye. Hello Pile 2, how are you doing? You've chosen this beautiful rhodonite bracelet. This bracelet has been kindly provided to us by Otter Spirit. Let's look at this. I love that they give this because I like to set intentions with them and like speak affirmations into them. And specifically with these, I like to use them like a mara or a prayer bead and speak affirmations into each stone. So I enjoy that this already comes with an affirmation. Yours is, I am kind and compassionate to myself and others. We have the intention of love and healing, the zodiac signs of Pisces, Cancer, Libra, and Taurus, and the chakras of heart and root, as well as the number 10. So those could be significant signs for you. You could have these zodiac placements in your chart. You could be a sun, moon, rising of any of these, or maybe have other significant placements. But if you don't, that's not to worry, because that's just for additional confirmation. Number 10 could also be significant for you in some way. You might see the number 10 or number 1s a lot during the time that this glow up starts to happen, or that you notice that this glow up is happening. I also want to mention that with your pile, I got a lot of intuitive messages that were coming through, so I wrote them down. But there is like this heavy counterpart energy, and so I was getting the feeling that this glow up could be happening like you and another person, so your counterpart could be going through this glow up simultaneously, or this could even represent the masculine and feminine energies within you, both of which are supporting this glow up. I was also feeling like multiple areas of your life are going to be heavily impacted through this glow up. So it doesn't seem like I feel like this is like leaking out into other areas of your life. Because you specifically chose this rhodonite, I feel like this glow up is you being more kind towards yourself. So even on days where maybe you're not looking your best or feeling your best, rather than tearing yourself down, I think you're through this glow up going to be like, you know what, I'm human and I'm allowed to have off days, and I'm allowed to have days where I don't feel the best, and that's okay. That's not going to stop anything from entering my life. That doesn't mean anything. It just means that I'm human and I'm allowed to have that. And I feel like you're going to be less like harsh on yourself, that you have to be a certain way in order to get what you want, or in order to manifest your dreams or whatever. Like, I think you're going to be a little bit more free and compassionate with yourself, because if we are the creators of our reality, and this is coming through here, so this I feel like is something that you're starting to, like, the lens through which you're starting to see your life. But like, if you're the creator of your life and your reality, would you really want to be creating a reality in which you would only get things if you're feeling 100% positive or perfect or in alignment? Probably not. Like, we're humans, and it's just not always realistic to 100% of the time be positive, or 100% of the time be in alignment. So, and that's just because you're not in those states doesn't mean that you're not going to manifest what you want or build the life that you want or have good things. It's just that, like, we're human and we can make space for the fact that we go through ups and downs. So anyways, I feel like through this glow up, you're really going to be making space for all of you, appreciating all of you, and not putting yourself down or being harsh on yourself for having like a bad day. there's a lot of compassion that's coming through here and a very soft energy. The last few things that I had wrote was receiving the support that you need when you need it. So I feel like through this glow up, you're going to start to be more open to recognizing when you need support and being open to receive it into your life. Yeah, so that was coming through. And then one more thing. Oh, and then I felt like your heart center was like the energy in your heart center was starting to expand to a point of feeling weightless. Like there seemed to be in your heart center this feeling of weightlessness, and or at least that's what I was experiencing as I tapped into your energy. And this weightlessness also seems to be impacting your face too. So like if some of you notice that you clench your jaw a lot, I think through this glow up, you'll start to notice that doesn't happen as much anymore, or that there's this feeling of like softening happening. So now let's get into your cards, because we also have these. Wow, you have the unicorn. I love this for you, pile two. I'm pretty sure this unicorn card is associated with the third eye. So for some of you, you could be getting a lot of vivid dreams and getting a lot of intuitive downloads and messages. But to me, the unicorn card speaks of like a really magical creature whose existence is extremely debated. But clearly the idea came from somewhere, whether that's from another dimension, from source, from like a download somebody received, whatever it is, or maybe they truly did exist here. We don't really know. I don't know. And I'm not going to close it off. So I feel like because we have this unicorn card coming up, one, the first thing that's coming through is that your next glow up is you really stepping into the magic of who you are, the magic of your essence, the magic of your uniqueness, and not being afraid to step into that. I'm also feeling very giddy or very like happy. So I feel like there's a lot of happy energy that's coming in through this next glow up, a lot of like enjoyment. But anyways, getting back to this unicorn card, I also feel like you're no longer closing doors off just because logically it doesn't make sense. Like logically, maybe we can say that unicorns didn't exist. Whether we know that for true or not, I don't know. But there's also a possibility that they did. There's no way to be 100% certain that they didn't. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there is. I'm just saying, like, I feel like for you, this next glow up is not knocking opportunities or not knocking possibilities simply because the logistics don't line up, or because the logics aren't making sense, or because logically or according to the facts. Like, I think you're remaining open to the possibilities. Let's see the rest of your cards though. We have adventures. Okay, so then there's another thing right there, because I also feel like the unicorns do kind of deal with adventures. I feel like you could be traveling a lot or going on adventures, and maybe this is also remaining open to the possibility of adventure in your life. This next glow up, it's like, why not? Let's just remain open to it. Let's just see. Like, okay, maybe right now the timing doesn't seem perfect for this vacation, or this or that isn't perfect for the vacation. And it's kind of like the first message that I was getting about alignment. Like, maybe it's not everything perfectly aligned, but let's just remain open to see how it unfolds, and maybe actually we can make this happen and it'll be beautiful. Like, I just feel like there's this energy of remaining open to the possibilities and creating adventures through that. We then have this lunar eclipse card with change and then strength here. I'm going to pull your tarot cards as well. So we're going to be using, oh, shoots, I keep forgetting. Oh, we have the Empress at the bottom. I keep forgetting, but I was supposed to take these astro dice to see what house of yours this glow up will be impacting, or what houses will this glow up be impacting. So Spirit, what houses will this glow up be impacting for pile 2? Oh gosh. Okay, that's interesting because this came out for wow, 1 and 2, and then 1 and 2. The energy of 12 is significant here. Pisces could be significant, and that is on this card too. So maybe some of you should see where you have your Pisces placement, because I feel like that house is going to be really impacted. Some of you could literally have it in the 12th house, in which case you'd be an Aries rising. But we have the 1st house, the 2nd house, and the 12th house. And it's interesting because pile 1 had the 2nd and the 12th house as well. And you have that too. So I wonder if some of you might have been called to pile 1, or if there's like, if this is going to be one of those readings where each of the piles has some sort of connection to the other, which is beautiful. I love that, because that just says to me that the collective is really connected and like glowing up together, or it's like advancing together. So the 1st house usually deals with our image, our self, our personality, how we see ourselves. So this glow up is really going to be impacting the way you see yourself and your personality. Again, like, I think the first message of being more compassionate to yourself, being more loving, being more accepting of the fact that you're human and you're going to have bad days, and that doesn't take away from your magic or from your ability to create the life that you want. It doesn't take away from you. In fact, it just enhances you and the love and the connection that you build with yourself. But also with this 1st house energy, your style could be going through changes as well. I think you're coming to create your own unique style instead of going for trends or what other people are wearing. I feel like you're figuring out what works best for you and creating your own unique style. And I also feel like you may notice that your skin and your hair are doing a lot better, those two specifically, but it could just be other parts of you externally. Like we said, there's that heart expansion message, so your features could also be softening. And the 2nd house deals with our material world, our values, our value system, finances, and things like that. So as a result of this glow up, you could be noticing that you have more time on your hands. Your value systems are being highlighted. What do you value? I feel like also for some of you, you could be increasing your finances, and maybe that's allowing you to travel more and see new things and explore. We also then have the 12th house here, which the 12th house deals with our subconscious mind and our subconscious patterns and our spirituality. So for some of you, I think you're enhancing your understanding of your connection to spirit. I feel like you're moving away from like a fixed idea of how you can connect to your spirit, to your essence, to your core, and you're starting to be more open to different ways to connect to yourself. And I think there's this beautiful openness that's happening here, a lot of which I feel like is you opening up to the possibilities that you don't have to do things one way, or that you don't have to be perfect, and you don't have to perfectly connect to spirit. You don't have to perfectly connect to your subconscious to reprogram it. Like that, those things can happen over time. Give it with compassion, and that's not going to take away from your life experience now. It's only going to help you enhance that. Oh, and then this just changed to the 4th house. So your roots could also be highlighted. Your home life. Your home life could be going through upgrades as well. Maybe your finances are upgrading so you can move. Like you've wanted to move, you don't want to live where you're at right now. And now your finances are improving so you can do that. there's this glow up internally in your home. So like maybe you guys are renovating your home, or maybe you're painting it a different color, or like you're changing the furniture out, you're giving it an uplift. Ooh, and this message is also coming through of like, if, for example, like you are, let's say, renovating your home, or like you're changing out the furniture and stuff, it seems like you're gonna do it in your unique style. You're not worried about the trends or what other people have to say. If you like a more quirky, fairy-esque type of decoration and environment, then that's what you're gonna create in your home. If you like a more modern aesthetic, then that's what you're going to create. Like, you're no longer concerned with what other people want or with what other people have to say about your likes and your desires. You're just going to go with what you like. And so again, with the example of the home, like, you're not going to ask another person what they think you should do. You're just going to do what you enjoy and the aesthetic that you like. So let's see, Spirit, what can you give us more information on this glow up for pile 2? Get some more information on pile 2's next glow up. We have the 6 of Pentacles, the 5 of Wands, the Page of Swords, and I feel like getting one more. Can I get one more card? Whoa. That's a lot. We do have the moon here too. And Pisces, oh, and we have this lunar eclipse here with change, and Pisces also is connected to the moon. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong about that. I might be wrong about that, but anyways, let's see. We have the Lovers here. And it did come out reversed initially, so I wasn't really planning on taking reversals. For some of you, though, I am hearing, if you've been attached to a relationship that hasn't been serving you, only take this if it applies. I feel like you're finally freeing yourself from that. Yeah, just because it did come reversed, I have a feeling that for some of you, this next glow up is a result of a breakup or of freeing yourself from another person's control. And you know what? Even with the 5 of Wands here, I'm getting the feeling that for some of you, maybe this doesn't even have to do with an ex-partner or an ex-relationship or anything like that. This could be like you freeing yourself from the control of another. If this doesn't deal with the breakup, though, I'm also hearing this could just be a change in your relationship status. So like taking things to the next level, or if you're single, meeting somebody new. If you're already in a relationship, taking things to the next level of that relationship. If you're already in a deeply connected relationship or married or whatever that looks like for you, then maybe this is just enhancing your understanding of each other, and of each other's role in the relationship, of being more open and opening up emotionally on a deeper level, and being there for each other, like being open to supporting each other and reaching another level of intimacy is what I'm hearing. So for some of you, this could deal with like you moving through a breakup, and this glow up happens after that, possibly because you're really learning to connect with yourself and sit with yourself, and maybe you're healing from this breakup. And because Rhodonite, the other thing about it is like healing the heart center, releasing old traumas and old baggage, that emotional baggage that we may be carrying in our heart center. That's what Rhodonite really helps with. So I feel like for you, even if this is not a breakup in your current relationship, maybe this next glow up is happening after evaluating or healing from a breakup from the past. And because we got a heavy counterpart energy when I first tapped in, I was feeling that heavy counterpart energy in your reading. This could also be that you and your counterpart are both helping each other, if that applies, to heal from any past emotional baggage. Like you guys are really supporting each other in this healing journey. And even if it's not here on the 3D, you guys could very well be supporting each other in the 5D, or in like energetically supporting each other through this process of healing. But it does feel like this next glow up is heavily to do with you healing from emotional baggage and coming back to you, coming back to the essence of who you are, really understanding more about who you are, what lights you up, what you enjoy, and honoring that, respecting that, having compassion for the fact that you're only human and you learn and grow at your own pace. And in this next glow up, I'm hearing you're seeking equal compensation. So if you give, not to say like equal in the sense of like 50-50 and I'm keeping tabs, and you know, although I guess in a work situation that makes more sense, but in a situation that is outside of work that really wouldn't apply. But equal in the sense of like, I'm putting my all into this relationship, so I expect somebody else to also put their all and meet me where I'm at. I'm hearing that you're now going to be entering this era of like this glow up, really showing to you what relationships meet you where you're at, and what relationships you've been pouring into that aren't sustainable. That's like, it's not sustainable for you because it's requiring way too much out of you. The other thing I'm hearing is that you're also seeing what relationships you may be taking from, for some of you, and not giving enough back to that relationship. So either way, there's this need to balance things out. There's this need to be reciprocal, and this next glow up is you really seeking that and pouring time and energy into that, into making sure that things are balanced and that your relationships are an equal give and take, that you're being met not with resistance but with free-flowing energy. Because there's this feeling with the Five of Wands that you're letting go of resistance to opening up your energies, resistance to change, even resistance to things getting better. Because sometimes our ego or our mind, or just like the part of us that does not like change, will create resistance to that change when it happens. And so I feel like for you, this next glow up is you releasing that resistance. And maybe for some of you, that resistance has felt like it's been closing off your heart or making it difficult for you to truly connect to yourself. And that might be why, like in the beginning, I was getting that intuitive message of like your heart space, or the energy in your heart space expanding, and so your face feeling softer and like there's less tension in your jaw, something like that, because the resistance is dropping. This glow up is like you dropping that resistance and falling into that softness. And another thing I'm hearing is that part of this glow up is you dropping the resistance to a fixed idea of who you are, or who your partner is, or how your life is unfolding. I feel like you're becoming more open to seeing that nothing is fixed. So you are allowed to change and grow and evolve. Your partner is allowed to change and grow and evolve. Your life is allowed to change and grow and evolve. And just because you may have been dealing with a certain pattern or cycle doesn't mean it is going to continue forever. And I think recognizing that is really going to help you in this glow up. Although maybe for some of you that is part of this glow up. Part of your glow up is being more open to recognizing that things don't always have to be the same. And as you open up to the possibility of change or the possibility of expansion and seeing things from an open lens, you learn more and you grow more and you experience more. And life feels more adventurous rather than closed off. This Six of Pentacles in specific always reminds me of the internet or like social media. It always gives me the feeling of connecting with others, connecting through a stream of like communication and entering that stream of communication and adding your voice to that, adding your ideas to that. So it feels like for some of you, this glow up could also involve like a community and expanding your current community. This could also be sharing new ideas, sharing in a greater vision. Like, I feel like your pile especially has this feeling of seeing a bigger vision for the world, for your community, for your life, instead of just being narrow into the vision of where we're at as a society right now or where you're at in your life right now. There's this feeling of like you're expanding beyond that. You're expanding to see a bigger vision, the possibility of something different. And this next glow up could also be you walking in that path of meeting new people who share that vision, that expansive mindset. Joining a community who is looking to make a change or is looking to expand the community and grow their vision in some way. And I also feel like this next glow up is you honoring your multi-dimensional being, you expanding beyond just one fixed way of being or putting yourself in one box. Your glow up is a huge part of recognizing your worth and your value and your inherent worth and value, and the fact that you don't have to hold on to people and hold on to ideas or things that limit your value, that put you down, that don't make you feel valuable, because you're already inherently valuable. And I think this glow up is you realizing that, is you recognizing that and starting to walk in that. It's you honoring your inherent value. And when you start to take action from a place of honoring your inherent value, you'll start to notice so many more possibilities open up for you. Because now you see yourself as worthy and valuable, and you'll take those opportunities, you'll take those adventures, you'll take those blessings. Even if the things didn't align perfectly, even if there wasn't perfect conditions, you'll still go for it. In this next glow up, you're changing quite a bit. People will likely tell you like, wow, you really have changed. And I don't feel like it's a bad thing. In fact, I think it's a very good thing, regardless of how other people perceive it. I feel like this change is actually a really good thing, because this change is you standing in your power. This is the change of you honoring yourself, being more compassionate with yourself, and not allowing your value system to be pushed around. It says you standing in your values, honoring those things, and not allowing yourself to entertain relationships or situations that don't honor and value you. I feel like because you're starting to honor and value yourself and see yourself, regardless of your ups and downs, regardless of how many good or bad days you have, you're starting to see yourself as inherently valuable. And because of that, you're no longer accepting people or situations that don't align with that. And naturally, that's aligning you to situations and people who do value you, and a community that is supporting you. I feel like through this glow up, you're really finding your people, like the support that you need. the community that will help support you, and you're dropping the resistance to change. And I feel like you're dropping the resistance to openness, to expansion. I think you're opening your energies to expansion and seeing the possibilities out there for you. Seeing the possibilities of change. Seeing how even if this one thing didn't work out this way, there's always another way to get what I want. And I think that openness, that expansion is really going to help you feel this sense of adventure in your life. And I think it's just going to open you up to more adventurous experiences in general. And I really love this for you, Pile 2. I feel like there's a lot of heart healing here, a lot of emotional baggage that you're going to be releasing through this next glow up. And I feel like that's really going to create a sense of weightlessness and soften your features is also what I'm hearing. And not like literally, but it's just like that example of if you feel like your jaw is constantly clenched or like your shoulders are always tight, like through this emotional release, through this heart openness and this glow up you're going to notice that your jaw is less and less clenched, that your shoulders are more and more relaxed, that you walk with this feeling of ease rather than tightness, rather than feeling like that constant need to protect yourself or constant need to be like resistant to openness. Your body even is going to be opening up more, and like you'll just notice that you maybe don't cross your arms as much, like it feels a little bit more weird to cross your arms, or that there's like just a general sense of opening in your energy. And I really do feel like that is going to make you feel better, and it's going to invite better experiences into your life. And I also feel like it's going to help you be more present as you move through these experiences and as you have adventures. So you're not constantly living in the past or hoping for different in the future. You're really enjoying your present experiences as they come. And that could also be one of the things that helps you be more open to take adventures as they come your way, even if things haven't perfectly aligned or even if things aren't perfectly aligned. So Pile 2, this is where I'm going to leave your reading. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading for you, and thank you so much for being here. Thank you again to Otter Spirit for sponsoring this video, and if you would like to check them out, the link for that will be in the description box along with the codes you can use to get a discount. If you like this reading, then like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I'll catch you in another video or reading. Bye. Hello Pile 3, how are you doing? You've chosen this beautiful Howlite bracelet, and this bracelet has been kindly provided by Otter Spirit, our sponsor today. And this little card comes with each bracelet, so I really do like the fact that this has affirmations. I was saying in the last two piles how I love using affirmations with my crystal jewelry to infuse my intentions with it. And I kind of use this like a mara, so I go, or a prayer bead, and I go off of each crystal and I'll say my affirmation. So your affirmation is, I stay calm in stressful situations. Your intention is balance. Your zodiac signs are Gemini, Scorpio, Virgo, and Capricorn. And the chakra is the crown chakra. We also have the number 14 here. So these zodiac signs could be your sun, moon, or rising, or you may have significant placements in any of these. But if you don't, that's not to say that this isn't your group. That could just be for extra confirmation if you know your birth chart. Yeah, so now let's look at your... Oh, wait. I had a few messages that came through before we get into your card. I had this feeling of something suddenly happening, but it being a blessing and ultimately being fulfilling. But I guess like the suddenness of it might catch you off guard a little bit. Not that, I don't know if this has anything to do with this glow up. These were just some messages that were coming through when I tapped into your pile. Because I was also then feeling that you might be entering a period of time where you might be really busy, or you might have a lot going on. But because you are drawn to this howlite bracelet, I feel like you're remaining calm and caring for yourself despite whatever busyness is going on in your life. And then there was this feeling of being a little bit scared to receive a manifestation. So I wonder if some of you have been feeling close to receiving your manifestation, and like you're seeing the signs and you're feeling it and you kind of like know it is coming, but there might be a bit of fear. Yeah, there's like this feeling of, I want this, or I've been working towards this, but I'm also afraid to receive it, or I'm also afraid of the changes that it might bring, which is totally okay and normal if you are feeling that way. And I think part of this glow up is you realizing that you can have things even if you are afraid of it, or you can make the changes, you can take those actions, and you can receive what you desire even if you're a bit afraid, even if there's parts of you that may not feel fully ready yet. So let's take a look at your cards. We have these cards as well. We have Owl, and then we have Security. Wow, what are the odds? You have Venus and Aphrodite. I wonder if some of you through this glow up are really connecting with your feminine energy and allowing that, like when I think of Venusian energy, I think of flirtatious energy and the flirtatious feminine sort of vibe. So I wonder if you're connecting to that regardless of your gender, but flirting more with life. Like I wonder if this glow up is you, flirting more with life, being open to enjoying that aspect of you. Yeah, let's get your tarot cards and then we'll get into... Oh, I keep forgetting. I even have it written down. I wanted to take the Astro dice just to see what areas of your life this glow up is impacting. So, Spirit for pile 3, what areas of their life is this glow up impacting? We have the 6th house, the 5th house, and then the 9th house. It's interesting that you have 69 here. Okay. So the 5th house usually deals with dating, creativity. It can even deal with children. So maybe for some of you, this glow up is, if you have children, this glow up is either like you... Like the example that's coming through is like somebody who just had children and went through the whole, like it's tiring, right? Having children, the beginning stages and all of that, it's very difficult, tiring. It's an adjustment period, and it's like you're finally coming out of that adjustment period. You're finally feeling more like yourself again, more in love with yourself. You could be taking care of yourself really well, finally having the time to pour into yourself. That's kind of what this feels like. But if you don't have children and this doesn't resonate, then I feel like this 5th house is talking about your dating life or your creativity. I feel like you might be entering this period with this glow up of being really in love with life, of like exuding the energy of love. Like you literally have 2 cards talking about love here. So there's clearly a lot of love that you're surrounded by, that you're going to be exuding in this through this glow up. I really feel like you're pouring into yourself. You're really taking care of yourself. When you need a break, you're giving yourself a break. When you need extra care, you're giving it to yourself. I also feel like you might be, with this Security card, you might feel safe enough to now finally ask for help when you need it, or let other people in on your struggles or anything that you have been working on or going through. I feel like with this Security, it's like security in yourself. You feel safe within yourself enough to allow other people into your energy. I also feel like your energy is becoming more open. This kind of is reminding me a little bit of pile twos. Like they also, there's like this open energy or openness. And the other thing with this 5th house is this glow up is impacting how you care for yourself, how you pour into yourself, and allowing yourself to receive the care that you need when you need it. For some of you, because we have so much love here, and then the 5th house, your dating life could be going really well through this glow up. Like this glow up could be helping to boost your dating life. Maybe it's like because of the amount of time and energy you're pouring into yourself, you're really caring for yourself. Even if you're in a marriage or in a relationship or whatever your relationship status is, like you're taking so much time to pour into yourself. You're really loving yourself on all levels. And through this self-love journey, you're starting to exude that energy, that natural magnetism, that flirtatious energy. It's almost like you're opening your energy up and letting people know that you're available to be loved. You're available to be poured into. You're available to be respected and valued and treasured. And so I feel like your dating life, whether, again, you're in a relationship or not, is going to be really impacted by this glow up. I think you'll notice that you're either receiving a lot more prospects or a lot more compliments, or your partner is like even more magnetized and drawn to you and really wants to spend time with you. If you are in a relationship, you and your partner could be having a lot of fun dates and going out and getting to know each other, and just enjoying quality time with each other. And also I'm hearing like learning each other's love languages. If you are in a relationship, or even if you're single, I feel like if you're single, you're learning your love language and you're starting to pour into yourself in that way. And that is like a part of this glow up. And if you're in a relationship, I feel like you and your partner are learning each other's love languages and learning how to communicate with each other on that level, better understanding each other on that level, so that you can then pour into each other and your relationship. Then the 6th house usually deals with our day-to-day life, our work, and our health. So again, with this message of this love energy and self-love, I feel like you're really taking care of your health. This could be your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health. It could be or even your spiritual health for some of you. Like either way, you're really pouring into your health. You're taking care of yourself. You're taking the time that you need in order to pour into yourself. Whatever it is you need in order to feel at ease and at peace and loving yourself. You know, I guess that makes sense with your Howlite card of like staying calm in stressful situations. It's because you're taking care of your needs. It's because you're making sure that your cup is full. So when stressful situations or busyness happens in your life, you're operating from a full cup. So even if that cup gets drained, you now have the tools to fill it back up. You know how to do that for yourself. And I think circumstances in your life have also arranged in a way to allow that to happen. And then the 9th house deals with travel, with education, with expansion. It can even deal with like philosophy. For you, I'm feeling like it's you expanding the way you care and love for yourself, but also some of you could be traveling. As a result of this glow up, you could be feeling so much better and more in the mood to go out and explore new places. Or like I was saying, that message of being a parent, and you know, maybe now you finally have the time to actually go out. Maybe you didn't have that before because you were taking care of your kids, or like they required more attention in that stage, and now they're coming out of that stage where they don't require as much attention from you. So you're able to take that time and go do the activities that you previously enjoyed. Again, if you don't have children, then this is just you opening up, going into trying new activities, doing things that you enjoy and you love doing, finding new things that you love doing, expanding yourself in that way. If anything else comes up, I will mention it. Through this globe, I really just feel like you love the way you feel. You love your energy, where you're at. I feel like you've come to a really good place, and so you're open to enjoying new things and expanding beyond that, traveling, trying new things. Lots of love energy here. If you're single, this is a really good sign. I feel like this glow up can be calling in a lot of love and romantic interest. But even if you're not interested in that, this could just be you romanticizing yourself, you loving on yourself, and just feeling full of that loving energy. So let's take your tarot. Spirit, can you give us more information on this next glow up for pile 3? We have the 3 of Pentacles, the 9 of Cups. This is the wish fulfillment card. So that makes sense with the message that I was getting earlier when I just tapped in about being a little bit afraid of receiving your manifestation for some of you. There's clearly a wish coming true here, a wish that's happening, and maybe there's still a little bit of hesitation or fear around that, and that's totally okay. I feel like as long as you can affirm to yourself that it's okay for me to be afraid and still receive this thing, and it's okay, like that's normal. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as you can affirm that to yourself, I think you'll be able to like soothe your mind and any parts of you that are afraid. Like, it may not make the fear go away entirely, but I do think it'll help soothe you. Can I get any more information? 2 more cards. I don't know if something actually did flip out. No. We have the Page of Wands. It kind of came out like semi-reversed. Can I get one more card? It's funny. The Knight of Wands. This Knight of Wands gives me more water energy because it's a dolphin so it gives me a lot of like water energy. The first thing that's coming to me is that you are getting your spark back. This glow up is you getting your spark back. I was feeling like it's like a coming back to self type of energy, coming back to what lights you up, what makes you feel sensual and alive and just excited for life. I feel like you're getting that back. You're coming back to that, that feeling of aliveness, of joyfulness, and also playfulness. Like, this Page of Wands is like very playful energy here. And with this 3 of Pentacles, I do feel like you're working on building something up. Like, it's in the beginning stages. There's something that you're working on here that's in the beginning stages. And maybe like you're already entering this glow up for some of you. But I do feel like for others of you, like, you're working on something that's in the beginning stages. It hasn't really, you're still putting in effort. You're still building it up right now. But this glow up is really going to help you to do that. I feel like it's going to give you, like we said, that spark and that inspiration, that creativity. I wonder if some of you were drawn to pile 1. I was saying in pile 2, like, I wonder if this is going to be one of those readings where the piles are all somewhat connected. And I feel like that is happening, which is a beautiful thing. I do love when that happens. But yeah, I get the sense that you're in the beginning stages, the early stages of building something up. And this glow up is happening as you're building that up. And maybe for some of you, you haven't quite started that yet. So if that's the case, then this glow up is most likely happening as you're starting that, as you're in the beginning stages of building something up, this really feels career related or work related, which does make sense because we have the Sixth house here. And the other thing I'm getting with this Three of Pentacles is that some of you are delegating tasks to free up your time. So you have more time to pour into yourself and more time to do the things that you want to do. I also feel like through this glow up, you might be meeting new friends or building a new friend group, building a new network is also what I'm hearing. Some of you could be connecting with old friendships, and that could be really beneficial for you as well. Maybe your old friendships can help you in this endeavor if that applies to you. Or maybe you're going out with them, and you're through that going out, you're getting your spark back and feeling more inspired and more creative and more sensual. I also feel like this glow up is about you letting go of any worries around your security and your safety. It's not that you're ignoring it, or if there are any things that you need to address that you're ignoring it. I feel like you're taking the steps that you need to take, and then you're leaving the rest to source, the universe, whatever other power you believe in. I feel like you're just doing your best, and I think that's removing a lot of like this worry from your life, a lot of this like anxiety from your energy, where it's like worrying over things that you can't control. I think you're releasing that, and so it's helping to uplift you. It's helping to free your energies up. I also feel like because we have Aphrodite and Venus and all this love energy and the Wands card here, you could be noticing a heightened like sexual drive, or you may be feeling that, or like if you do that stuff, you could be having great experiences in that through this glow up. Like that area of your life could be glowing up as well. Yeah, only take that if it applies, and I have to be careful with how I phrase it on YouTube. I also feel like part of this glow up is you looking to create more comfort and security in your life. So maybe making like with your schedule, focusing on changing up your schedule so you have periods of time where you can rest and relax, or maybe in your home creating a space where you feel like you can just let go and unwind. But also beyond that, like this could even be looking to invest your finances securely, so that you have this like feeling of safety and security, and that you can build that out for yourself. Or maybe you're looking to, like we said, build something out for the sake of creating safety and security for yourself. For some of you, if you have the finances, maybe you're enjoying more luxurious things, you're treating yourself to more luxurious items or experiences. And I'm also getting this message that for those of you who are interested in working in the beauty field, or you do work in beauty or fashion, or that's something that interests you, whether that's like you're a nail tech or a cosmetologist or something like that, or you work in fashion or something along those lines, I feel like this glow up is you enhancing your work in some way, like you're glowing up, but then your work is also glowing up. Your work is also being taken to the next level. So if you are like, let's say, a nail tech, you're starting to do far more advanced nail sets, and people are more interested in booking you because of your technique being more advanced, like you advancing your technique, or you expanding in that way, because we do have the 9th house here. So it's like people are more interested in working with you or booking you because you've expanded beyond what you're currently doing. Like you've expanded your skills in this field. or this could apply in anything too, even if you're not in that. Maybe people would be more interested in working with you because you have an extensive skill set, or you're expanding your skills in some way and you bring more to the table in your field. And so because of that, you're much more alluring and more captivating for others who want whatever services you offer, if that's something that resonates with you. And overall, pile 3, I'm just feeling like this next glow up is you really just caring for yourself, paying extra attention to loving on yourself, pouring into yourself, filling your cup up, making sure that you're good and in a good place, so that you can deal with any situations that come up in your life and the busyness that may be entering here. I feel like this is really you just loving on yourself, and because you're loving on yourself, the external world is also then like mirroring that back to you. And I do feel like this sense of luxury and comfort and feeling safe and secure. So over this next glow up, I really feel like you're gonna feel a lot more luxurious and well taken care of, well provided for. Whether that's you providing for yourself or like other situations providing for you, either way, it's like you're gonna feel very secure in yourself. I'm also feeling this sense of like security in yourself, like you've got you, and you're happy with that. Like you're happy with where you're at, and I feel like because of this sense of security in yourself, you're not afraid to connect with others or to expand into a relationship with others. Yeah, there's this sense of security here as well. So you're like ready to build on top of that. And there's just a lot of good energies. I like your energy. Your energy feels very beautiful, very, very relaxed. And I feel like this glow up is going to be one that you thoroughly enjoy. So pile 3, this is where I'm going to leave your reading. Oh, and then I did want to mention with this owl, I was actually getting a message and I totally forgot to mention it. And as I was about to close out your reading, I felt like this owl card is like looking into my soul like, hey, you missed me. But anyways, in this deck in particular, this owl card is associated with Lakshmi, and Lakshmi is the goddess of wealth, beauty, and things of that nature. So the fact that you have 3 cards here talking about that, luxury, wealth, abundance, and beauty, I really feel like this just confirms the fact that this next glow up, you're going to be feeling so beautiful. I feel like you're going to feel on top of your game at a really good level, like at the, what do they say, like the A game, like on your A game. Yeah, that's the phrase. I feel like you're going to feel that way through this glow up, just because of the amount of love that you're pouring into yourself, and that is then pouring out of you. And also part of this could be you receiving that, like we were saying, that you receiving a manifestation that you have been calling in, and that could also be helping to boost this self-love. I don't feel like that's the reason this glow up is happening. Maybe for some of you that is the case, but for many of you, I feel like this glow up is happening as a result of you caring for yourself, pouring into yourself, and even that act of self-love and self-care of pouring into yourself, taking care of your needs, could also be what's helping you to call this manifestation in. So pile 3, now I'm going to close your reading. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading for you, and thank you so much for being here. Thank you again to Otter Spirit for sponsoring this video. If you would like to check out those bracelets, my referral link is in the description box along with the coupon. If you like this reading, then like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I'll catch you in another video or reading. Bye. Hello pile 4, how are you doing? You've chosen this beautiful rose quartz bracelet and your affirmation card. These come with each bracelet, and this bracelet is from Otter Spirit. your affirmation is, I am loved for who I am. I really love that they give this because I like to use these as like manas or prayer beads to set my affirmations and intentions in them. So like I'll go through each bead and say the affirmation. So the fact that it already comes with one is really, I love that. The intention is love. The zodiac signs are Taurus, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. And then the chakra is the heart chakra. And we also have number 2, which actually number 2 is reminding me of Taurus energy because Taurus is the second zodiac sign. These zodiac signs could be sun, moon, or rising for you. That doesn't have to be the case. Or you could have a significant placement in these zodiac signs. But even if that's not the case, that doesn't mean this isn't your reading. That's just for additional confirmation if you need it. So I was getting a few intuitive messages with your pile. The first thing was, regardless of gender, I feel like this glow up has a lot to do with connecting to your feminine energy and healing through feminine energy wounds. But now I'm also hearing that this could also deal with healing masculine energy wounds. So whichever one most applies to you, but I was feeling like the initial message that came through was feminine energy wounds. I also feel like there's a deep internal glow that's radiating externally, but it's very soft and subtle, and like not something that you can just like, it's not something that's in your face like wham, you know, it's something that's very subtle and less noticeable right away, but it's almost like people will notice like something's different about you. They can't really quite put it into words, but they know that something feels different, even if they can't, like I said, pin it down. So that was coming through as well. Yeah, let's get into your cards. So we have these cards as well. I love this. We have the dragon and the fish. So it's interesting for your pile's the only one that got 2 of these. And it's also interesting that you have this number 2 here as well. And then let's see your oracle cards. We have romance, new beginnings. Oh man, I'm gonna have to make space. Saturn return, age, and then forgiveness. Let me quickly lay this all out and I'll be right back. All right, now let's take the astro dice to see what areas of your life are being impacted by this glow up. So what areas of pile 4's life are being impacted by this glow up? So the 1st, 7th, and 4th house. It's interesting because I think pile 1 had the 7th house. I want to say pile 2 had the 1st and 4th house, but I've been saying since pile 2, I was like, these piles all seem to be somewhat connected. I love when readings have that because it's just like, to me it feels like the collective is like in it together, like we're uplifting each other in a way. But anyways, the 1st house deals with our image, our personality, our body, the self, and our identity. So I feel like this glow up is impacting the way you see yourself. It might even be shifting aspects of your personality. You may even be maturing for some of you because we have Saturn return here, and Saturn return usually happens every 28.5 years, typically in somebody's life. So if you're on your 2nd Saturn return, it's like you've done one cycle and now you're going through a 2nd cycle, only if that applies to you. But I definitely, because it's here, I feel like for many of you, you could be going through a Saturn return at the time of this glow up, or this glow up is happening as a result of your Saturn return. That might give you some indication of when this glow up will be happening. I'm also just now noticing that you have number 44 here and the fourth house coming up. So the number 4 could be significant to this. You may see repeating 4s during the time or around the time of this glow up. You may notice a lot of repeating 4s. So I think you're starting to heal from any familial attachments. So what I mean by that is like any patterns or cycles that your family has passed down to you, whether that was through their teachings or in whatever way that they passed that down. I feel like you're finally breaking free from that. There seems to be this like freedom from ancestral cycles or patterns that were keeping you bound. But also for some of you, if you had like a not so great relationship with your parents, and maybe that impacted the way you see yourself, or maybe the way they treated you then led you to not treat yourself so nicely. I feel like this glow up is about recognizing where you've been having false perceptions about who you truly are, and then allowing those false perceptions to kind of run your life in a way. It may not be that intense for some of you. Like for some of you, this could simply be you starting to evolve and grow and see yourself in a different way, or see the maturity that you're experiencing. For others of you, it could be a little bit more deeper than that, just depending on your situation, because obviously this is a general reading, so I like to give all the things that are coming through. This Saturn return is really significant to how you're seeing yourself. This glow up in general is really significant to how you're seeing yourself, how you're seeing your relationships, your marriage, your other partnerships that you may have experienced in life, or partnerships in general, marriage in general, commitment in general. I think your views on that could be changing. Your views on how you are expected to show up in those relationships could be changing as well. And then with your fourth house here, the seventh house deals with marriage, partnerships, significant relationships, intimate relationships. And then the fourth house deals with your foundation, your home life, your childhood, which is why I was feeling like childhood perceptions could be changing through this glow up. Childhood perceptions about who you are and your place in the world, and your worth, and how you're expected to show up. All of those things I think will be changing for you through this glow up. If you are in a marriage, or this could be like a long-term committed relationship, it doesn't have to necessarily be marriage, but if you have been experiencing some turmoil in that relationship, I feel like as a result of this glow up, you're going to be really opening up to your role, the other person's role, and I feel like you and your partner are going to come to this place of opening up and being vulnerable about what has been truly bothering you. And I think you guys will have a really enlightening conversation I think that will help your relationship. Only for those of you that are in a relationship that you're struggling through, or maybe anyways, if there have been any struggles, I feel like you and your partner, through this glow up and all the realizations that you will be having, because I feel like this glow up is a lot about you gaining wisdom and maturing and understanding more about yourself, and how a lot of your perceptions have come from your childhood, and they may not be entirely accurate of who you are, like the perception of how you see yourself, and then based on how you see yourself, the way you show up in relationships or in your life in general. I think those things have heavily been influenced by your childhood, but they may not be accurate, and it may be causing some frictions and some difficulties in your life, in relationships and things like that. For those of you who that doesn't apply, again, I just feel like there's this maturing, this seeing the progress that you have made and seeing how much you have grown and evolved and changed. And for those of you who that message about the marriage or committed relationship if that doesn't apply, I feel like this 7th house coming out here is that this glow up is going to help you to either meet a person who you can feel very connected to, who you feel safe to bond with on that intimate level. It's going to refresh this part of your life. So even if you're not looking for romance, even though it is here, but for some of you, you may not be actually looking for it, it still might come in though, just because it is here pretty heavily. And this has been showing up in each pile. So I will say that maybe as a collective, we are going through a period of like people finding their counterparts, or people opening up in intimate relationships more, being more open to love. But either way, I do feel like regardless, like I just went on like so many different pathways, just to bring it back. And sorry if I'm like all over the place in this reading. It does feel a little bit like ungrounded, but that's okay. We're just gonna go with it. This 7th house could just be telling you that your 7th house of partnerships, marriage, committed relationships, intimate relationships is going to be highlighted as you go through this glow up. And also your 4th house of your foundation, your stability, your home life. You may even be evaluating your childhood, starting to heal from that, because we do have this forgiveness card here. Heal from any childhood wounds, or you may just come to appreciate or like strengthen your bond with your inner child. So and if there's anything more that comes through, I will include it. Let's pull your tarot. All right, Spirit, can you give us some more information on this next glow up for pile 4? Can we get some more information on pile 4's next glow up? The 2 of Swords. Okay. Can I get some more information on pile 4's next glow up? I'm hearing that because of the imagery on this 2 of Swords in specific, I'm hearing that you're taking a look in the mirror. Like this glow up is you really sitting down with yourself and spending the time to connect to your inner world and really exploring what's going on there. I feel like this glow up is like you're no longer shying away from exploring your inner world and seeing what's going on there. What does your inner world have to tell you? What are some things that you may have been carrying and holding on to that is now time to explore and let go of in some cases, or come to a deeper understanding of? Can we get some more information on pile 4's next glow up? I'm feeling like I need to talk more about this 2 of Swords before we move on to the rest of your cards. This is giving me the feeling of finally seeing yourself for the first time, truly seeing yourself for the first time. So I think in this through this glow up, now I'm going to say this already, I feel like this message is going to be very specific, and if it hasn't resonated so far, then maybe you should pick another pile, because I don't know if like this, maybe stick around, I don't know. I just felt called to let you know that maybe for some of you this pile might not resonate, because it does seem very specific. So with this 2 of Swords, this is giving me the feeling of finally seeing yourself, your true self, who you truly are inside for the first time. It seems like you may have been wearing filters or blinders for much of your life based on your childhood perceptions or your childhood experiences on who you are. And I think at this moment, this glow up, so I'm not saying like right here, right now, but when you go through this glow up, it's going to really reveal who you truly are. In a way, Saturn returns do this, because I went through a Saturn return and that was not fun. So you do kind of have to sit with yourself and really see yourself, look in the mirror and take a good look in the mirror at your actions and the decisions that you're making and who you truly are. And I think through this glow up, you're going to be heavily exploring your childhood experiences and coming to understand them from a different lens. I think as you move through this, in the initial phase, it may seem a bit difficult, but I think as you move through this glow up, you'll be exploring it from the lens of empowerment. I think you'll be coming to this place of no longer feeling victimized by your childhood experiences, but rather coming to explore them from this lens of empowerment, that they led you here and now you have the wisdom and the strength to look back on those experiences, learn from them, and gain the wisdom through that. I also feel like, because we have this forgiveness card here, that you will be going through a period of forgiveness, of forgiving yourself, forgiving others, lightening your load or freeing your energy of any weight that you may have been carrying. And the interesting thing about rose quartz is that it does help us to open our heart up, helps us to forgive and love ourselves. And through the self-love that we cultivate, we are more open to forgiving others, not because we're saying that what they did was acceptable, or not because we're saying that those things should happen again, but rather we're saying that we love ourselves too much to hold on to this baggage, because this baggage is continuing to cause issues in our life. And because of that, we're choosing to forgive it from a place of empowerment. Like, your reading feels like this glow up is empowering you. It's putting you back in the driver's seat. It's making it so that you are truly choosing your path, not just being thrown down whichever path comes along or whatever comes your way. I feel like you're really being intentional. Through this glow up, you're learning how to be intentional, how to choose, how to take back control and power of your life, how to sit in that driver's seat and no longer fear your own power, but learn to cultivate and tap into your own power, connect with your power, and come to love yourself by looking in the mirror and truly seeing yourself for the first time. It's interesting, pile 4, because I wasn't actually intending to do 4 piles for this reading. I usually do 4 piles, but in this case, I was just going to do 3. And then something inside of me was like, no, I need to do a 4th pile. And even when I started your reading, I was like, I mean, the messages are kind of the same. Like, am I just repeating myself? I was like, should I even have done the 4th pile? It kind of seems repetitive, but no, I'm seeing now that that's not the case at all. And I think that's really significant for your pile, that this glow up, you're going to notice, is maybe it seems like, oh, I've been through this before, I went through this situation before, but actually I think it's going to be very different. I think it's going to be very helpful, insightful, and I feel like it's going to be very enlightening. This glow up is going to enlighten you in so many ways. I feel like it's going to free you up from a lot of childhood baggage or experiences and baggage that you may have been carrying throughout your life. And even if it may seem a little bit challenging at first, because I'm not going to try and sugarcoat this and stuff like that, it does seem like there may be some challenges at first. Ultimately, I feel like those challenges are going to only show you how strong you are. I think those challenges are going to prove to you, wow, I'm getting a wave of emotions. Like, it's a lot of like powerful emotions. I'm getting very emotional with this. But anyways, I feel like this glow up, this experience is going to show you how strong and powerful you truly are and how much power you have. So you no longer need to be daunted or afraid of challenges that come your way. And I think it's going to be liberating for you. We have a new beginnings card. I feel like you're going to feel so liberated through this. It's not going to be something that's going to chain you down. I feel like this is a liberating experience. And then because we do have romance here, I feel like that message for some of you, if you are in a partnership and maybe your partnership has been struggling, because maybe you're struggling and your partner could also be struggling. I feel like through these revelations and through this enlightenment, you and your partner can come together and help each other to heal and work through it. I feel like you may be reaching another level of vulnerability that wasn't there before. And I think part of it is like you're just tired of holding on to the baggage of the past. You're tired of repeating the cycles. So you're ready to just move forward. And through this tiredness, you're almost dropping your walls so that you and your partner are finally able to have that level of emotional vulnerability that is going to allow you to really understand each other on a deeper level. And of course, take what applies to your situation and to the varying degrees of your situation. This glow up is really going to help you free yourself. The perceptions of the past that have been holding you stuck in this idea of who you are, which isn't actually true. Like, you could be beating yourself up, saying you're a failure or saying you're this and that, and those perceptions are not true at all. Again, I'm feeling a lot of like sadness, and I think that's partly because maybe there's a lot of sadness in you too, that you've been carrying these perceptions around. And I would say, please don't beat yourself up about it. You're only human. We're all only human. We're only doing our best. I think you may be beating yourself a little bit, or beating yourself up a little bit too harshly or too critically. And Spirit wants you to take a step back and be a bit more compassionate with yourself. And rather than beating yourself up for it, or beating yourself up for the struggles that you experienced or your perceptions of yourself, whether true or false, just hold space for the fact that you're human and you can only ever just do your best with the knowledge that you have at the time. So all that to be said, I feel like this glow up is really going to help you see yourself in the right light. No longer see yourself as a failure or somebody who hasn't done enough or isn't enough, or somebody like whatever those types of beliefs around yourself. I feel like you're shifting out of that, and it's really beneficial for you. It's going to be hugely liberating for you. So let's see if any more cards want to come out. Spirit, is there anything else about this glow up that you want to give to pile 4? Any other information? And we have the Knight of Wands. Okay, so I do feel like this kind of reiterating, which is probably why the cards weren't really coming out. But this does seem like it's reiterating the message that I was giving of taking time to explore your childhood wounds or your inner child and what's really going on in your inner world, coming to a place of understanding that and understanding the challenges that you have been facing, because part of this, I feel like part of this glow up is also you finally coming to understand the challenges that you have been facing and why you have been facing them. And it seems like you're learning a lot of lessons, which does make sense because Saturn is typically associated with learning lessons. And sometimes those lessons aren't always learned in the most easiest of ways, but that doesn't mean that it's something to back down from, because this only increases your strength. It only increases your power. Like a knight doesn't get to knighthood without some trials and tribulations, without having to go through extensive training. They have to build their strength up. They face many challenges in some cases to build that strength up. And I'm not saying that you're going to face more challenges. That's not what I'm saying at all. But what I am saying is that you're going through this glow up. It seems like you will be looking in the mirror and evaluating the challenges that you've already faced and the patterns and experiences that you've already been facing, the cycles that you've already been facing. And I feel like you're going to be really exploring that deeply, seeing why that is. Like the question, why have I been experiencing this? Why has this been coming up? What is this trying to tell me? I feel like you're going to be looking at it from the lens of like, what is this trying to show me and tell me about myself, my life, and the way I maybe view things in my life, my perception on things. And how is this trying to help me? Because ultimately, this is here to help you. And this glow up is going to be hugely liberating. Like the dragon card in this deck is a really powerful card. In general, the symbolism of dragons are incredibly powerful. Dragons are powerful creatures, and they have a really strong skin, and they breathe that strong, powerful fire. So this glow up is going to only strengthen you. It's going to allow, see, like there's also this duality here. Like it's also interesting because they both have scales, but that could be significant for some of you. There's this duality here of like softening internally, but strengthening externally. And the strengthening isn't closing you off, it's opening you up. It's liberating you. And this softening is allowing you to understand your emotional world from a more compassionate place. Rather than saying you should be like this, or you have to be like this, or I need to be like this, or if I don't do this, I'm a failure. I feel like you're being much more open to just recognize where you're at and where you want to go and hold space for yourself through that journey. Okay, I felt called to read this dragon card for you, and I opened the book up, and the first thing that I see says seeing one's most true self. You can't make this stuff up. Balancing the ego. The dragon sees everything. Its essence has been with us since before our first breath and will be there at our last. It watches us navigate the external world as well as our inner world. When dragon energy is awakened, we are courageous, visionary, and can easily drop into witness, consciousness. It is almost as if we are traveling with a great friend inside of ourselves. When we look in the mirror, deep into our eyes, we may even glimpse the self behind the self, the one who is watching us. This is the power of the dragon, breathing transformative fire into every cell of our bodies. Witnessing this omnipotent energy, even for a brief moment, helps us surrender and let go. We let the dragon guide us. We hop on its back for a ride, and as we traverse even the most difficult terrain, the dragon's eye sees beauty everywhere. It is said that if a yogi does not see beauty in the world, their Agni, which Agni is fire, is dim. Agni is described as inner fire or sacred intelligence. Maybe even just the mention of the dragons May even just the mention of the dragon stir the embers of intelligence within you. The dragon in the third chakra, the subtle energy of the dragon lives at the navel center in the Manipura chakra. Manipura translates to the city of hidden gems, and behind its gate burns the fire of our transformation and digestion. The sages believe health of the fire at the navel center is what governs our ability to clearly see both the inner and outer dimensions. So that just blew my mind. Like, I opened the page up and the first thing it says is seeing one's most true self. And that's really what I feel like this glow up is for you, regardless of whether you go through the Saturn return or not. I feel like this next glow up is really you meeting your true self, meeting your inner world, holding space for that, seeing who you are under all the layers of mess that you've accumulated over your lifetime. It's like you're peeling back the layers and you're finally getting to see who you are. And even this rose, symbolically the rose, like it opens up, it's like peeling back the layers of petals to reveal the innermost petals, or the innermost part of the rose. And I feel like that's what's happening here. This glow up is you unfurling and opening up all those layers to see the true essence of who you are, your core self, meeting your core self, and meeting your inner child as well. So pile 4, this is where I'm going to leave your reading. Please let me know if this reading resonated with you. I really hope this reading helped you. And I do want to say that please don't be scared about this. I mean, you're valid if you are, it's okay. But I don't want this reading to fill you with fear. But because what's actually coming through here is you no longer allowing that fear to hold you back from exploring your inner world and gaining enlightenment through that. Gaining understanding of yourself through that, connecting with yourself on such a deep level through that exploration, and then being able to connect with others, you know, your like the 7th house partnerships and other intimate relationships on a deep level because you've met yourself there. So I don't want this to scare you. I don't want this to be anything like that. This message is meant to empower you. And yeah, so I hope this really helped. I hope this reading helped you. This is where I'm going to leave it. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading for you, and thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much to Otter Spirit for sponsoring this video. If you like this reading, then like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I'll catch you in another video or reading. Bye.